Hello, all my viewers. How are all of you? I hope you must be all good. So today I'm very excited to introduce you with the new thing which we will start today, which is management concepts. So those who have not subscribed to my channel, Score More, because in December when we started with maths and science for class 6 to 8. And not only that, there are a lot of motivational videos also which have been put to you. So thanks for viewership, and I'm pretty sure you're enjoying those videos. And those who have not subscribed can look into one of my previous videos in December on management concepts. So therein, as you see here on the board, there will be 24 videos this year. So from video 1 to video 24. And each month starting January this month there will be 2 videos. So this is actually the first video, and so I am sure if you are not subscribed, do subscribe if maybe you're missing something. So herein I would start the management concepts. The first 2 videos will be 2 videos will be every month. So this is the first one. Second video will be maybe in a few days towards the end of January. So do look into that management concepts video, which mentions about all the topics which we'll cover this year. And here in this particular video 1, we'll have 3 parts. There will be 3 different videos. This is the first video. So part 1 is management and its functions, and a PPT of 25 MCQs for MBA and BBA students. So if you look into my channel and you will learn and you go to about section, you will see that there is a mention for good help for MBA and BBA students as well. So after this video there will be a short presentation with a little music on 25 MCQs for MBA and BBA students, and they also have solutions on the presentation So now we start the video 1. So the second part of this video 1 will be changing business by 2030. And the third part of the video, so there will be 3 different videos. This third video will be management functions at their best. Management functions at their best to increase business. So this is a very important video. I don't want any one of you to miss it. So you can just tighten your seat belt, and there's a lot which is coming for you this year. And I do wish that businesses do flourish in India and abroad, and a lot of people do take advantage of these videos. So let's get started. We started from the very base. What is management? What are the basic management functions? Explain in detail, and then the presentation of 25 MCQs on management functions for students on MBA and BBA. So this is how this video will go about. So won't be very long. So this is what is management? Management is a process of planning, decision making, organizing, leading, motivation, and controlling the human resources, financial, physical, and informational resources of an organization to reach its goals efficiently and effectively. So very simple. We have to meet organization goals, for which we do various activities. So management is a sum total of all these activities where we start to plan. Planning is a prerequisite. We will plan, okay, that we want to meet objectives of this firm, and by which we will have to have people, we'll have to have systems, processes, and so we say human resources, information resources, and a whole lot of finances and physical things which will like the plant, machinery, everything which we will have at our disposal to fulfill the objectives of the firm. Objectives of the firm, and also the mission and the vision of the firm. So basically management is a process of planning, decision making, organizing, leading, motivation, and controlling the human resources, financial, physical, and information resources of an organization to reach its goals efficiently and effectively. Right? I hope this is clear to you, all students and all everyone. So now we go further. What are the basic management functions? I think most of you must be aware of it, so I'll go through it again. There are 5 basic management functions. 5 basic management functions. They are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Now let's go in detail of all these functions, because this is the basic of management, and if you know this, then further videos will be very much simpler for you. Now, what is planning? So this is the explanation in detail. It is the most important function of management, no doubt. A good business plan can show you a proper way to define business goals and strategies on how to achieve those goals. So it is a prerequisite of doing anything. So not only in management or in any business, even if you want to go maybe to a hill station like Missouri, you have to plan. You have to reserve tickets, and you have to see how many do you want to go by a car which is more economical, or you will take a train, or how's the weather conditions. So all the things have to be planned, right? And so same goes for any firm. So herein you have to have a good business plan that can show you a proper way to define business goals. So you have to have a goal, what you have to achieve in 1 year or 5 years. What is the mission or vision of the firm? Mission is short-term goals, vision is the long-term strategy of the firm, what exactly it wants to achieve in the long term. So business planning is a good business plan can show you a proper way to define business goals and strategies on how to achieve these goals. It is a prerequisite of doing anything. It involves determining objectives to be achieved and how they are going to achieve them. First you determine the objectives, and how then you will be able to achieve these objectives. So that's something which planners do, or planning department will do in a firm, and it's a lot of mental activity involved in this, and so basically a lot of cognitive activities which are part of planning, right? Now planning leads to a more effective and faster achievements in any organization. So suppose you don't plan anything, then there will be delays and things will be not organized. So planning leads to a more effective and faster achievements in any organization and enhances the ability of the organization to adapt to future conditions. Now the future is very dynamic, future changes. We don't know what will be the environmental factors, government regulations which might change in the future. We never anticipate of the COVID situation as well. So for any company, future is uncertain. Even for individuals, future is uncertain. So however, since business is a big entity, it involves people, processes, systems. So this kind of a planning is very important, because future is uncertain. So it says that planning will be required, because this way you will know, you'll be able to adapt to future conditions, because then we'll in advance plan that if this happens, then this is the contingency plan we have, right? So these things are important. So this is the planning. Now we go to organizing. Organizing is the second key function to managers. So a second key function to managers is organizing, which is the process of coordinating and allocating firm's resources. So we have to coordinate. There are different departments. Then there are different. There are resources of the company which you have to utilize to the best. So what happens then? You have to coordinate and allocate firm's resources in order to carry out its plans, right? So you have plans, and then you have to carry out the plans. Plans are basically to achieve the objectives of the firm. So to achieve the objectives of the firm, you have to allocate firm's resources. So which is the systems and the process with the people. So they have to be aligned, right? So which person has to be given what task? So allocating firm's resources in order to carry out its plans. Organizing includes developing a structure for the people, positions, departments, and activities within the firm. Okay. It is a process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resources. Physical, financial, and human resources, and developing productive relationships amongst them. Amongst them will be physical, financial, and human resources. There should be productive relationships amongst them for achieving organizational goals. So the organizing has to be such beautiful thing that everything has to be in synchrony. So the resources, what resources to be given to which department, which position, to which position, what person will do what. So organizing is basically to achieve the plan as planned. Whatever planning you have done for the firm to achieve its objectives. How then you will organize? How will you allocate resources, and how you will align all the departments and all the systems, processes, finances to meet those objectives. So organizing is also a very important task after planning. Now third comes staffing. So we just move to staffing now. So now we move further, students. So now we go to staffing. The main purpose of staffing is to hire the right people for the right job. So basically staffing is a job of the human resources. Human resources in the firm do the process of selection, and they have a job description for employees, job specifications, what particular requirements are on the job which you have to perform. So all these things are done by the human resource department, and so basic purpose is to get the right people for the right job. So as per your experience and your qualifications, they would need the right set of people, and they do they do the matching, and they want the right people for the right job. So basically, as very simply it says, staffing is to hire the right people for the right jobs to achieve the objectives of the firm. So that is everywhere, in every stage of management function. This has to be achieved. Objectives of the firm are laid down, So what you have to achieve, even in your own life, and whether it is management or whether it is your own life, so objectives are important. Same way, so suppose you have to double the sales this year. This is an objective. So how you would do it? So that's basically done in planning. So planning will be a blueprint, a business plan will be there, and staffing will be the people the company will employ to achieve those objectives. Okay. It controls all the recruitment, as I told you, and personal needs of the firm. It also encompasses training and development, performance appraisals, promotions, and transfers. So human resource department is also called as HRM, human resource management. So the work of human resources have now, I would say, quadrupled, 4 times. So it's not only recruitment and selection, it is also training and development, management succession, appraisals, promotions, transfers, a lot of things, So it's a very good department, very good area which can specialize students who are in MBA, who are planning to go to MBA. So basically, the scope of human resource department is now increasing. As the demand for getting the right people is also increasing day by day. So this is this is the part of staffing. Okay. So now we go to directing. Oh, directing is like a spark engine to the vehicle. I just love this. It's like a spark engine to the vehicle. So like have a spark engine, and without a spark engine, even if you have the petrol, engine will not get the fire, and so your vehicle will not move. So thanks to the management and all the top management people who have worked in this situation of COVID, and though a lot of people have lost their jobs, but there are also situations wherein the people who are directing you have saved their jobs as well. So some things are not in your hands. So here what I want to say that always thank your top management and your company who has kept you and who is getting the best out of you, and you also who is giving the best to your company. Sorry. So it is like a spark engine to the vehicle. It sets it in motion by the action of people. So all the managers, senior managers, so basically their role is more of a supervisory role, directing role. So they are the spark engine, like spark engine to the company, and they would set you in motion, right? That's very important. It involves guiding and leading subordinates. Guiding and leading. This word is very important. Leading. Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, who were they? Were they managers? Or were they leaders? Leaders, they were leaders. Leaders basically are who set examples whom the world follow, because they create examples for you. They lead and the others follow. So the word lead means they are the ones to do it first and foremost, and they don't need any motivation to do that. So if Subhash Chandra Bose wanted to fight for the struggle for independence for India, he did it. He started. He went to Russia, Germany, and he, he tried to what do you say? Tried to use the resources available here and there, but he was a leader. So leaders and managers always comes, So you know what is a leader, right? So this is very important. So managers have to be leaders as well. This is what is said in management nowadays. So it involves guiding and leading subordinates. The superior should indicate a keen appreciation of the organizational traditions, culture, history, objectives, vision, mission, and policies. So this is basically in big and small firms. The managers do know all this, and they basically this particular part should be always told to the people who join the company, and even should be in and out. These things should be in and out not only by the senior managers but also by the senior executives as well, who should know about the culture, traditions, history, objectives, vision, mission, and the policies of the company, right? Now that's the part of directing. Last and not the least, controlling. That's the last function of management. So controlling is the process of checking whether or not proper progress is being made towards the objectives and goals, objectives and goals, and acting if necessary to correct any deviations. To correct any deviation. This is by Theo Heyman. Theo Heyman is a management expert. So he has said this. A beautiful definition. Again, we go through this. Is a process of checking whether or not proper progress is being made towards the objectives and goals, and acting if necessary to correct any deviations. So what do we do if you don't monitor that, if you don't measure it? Would you know that how much you have succeeded? So once you measure it, you can know that this is the deviation, this is what I wanted to perform, and this is what I performed. So actual performance and the actual performance, basically what is and what was in your goal. So they can be deviation always. So when you measure the deviation, that's a part of controlling. You control the deviation. So basically, if you heard about Six Sigma and all, nowadays companies are trying to go for Six Sigma 99.99% accuracy, which most companies are not able to achieve it, but then still that's the trend nowadays. So variation, this is the word which is here, which I am using here, variation. This variation is something very important. So whenever you talk about quality, Six Sigma or maybe 3 Sigma or say 5 Sigma, variation is the deviation actually from the actual and the target. So this variation has to be understood, and this whole concept of MUDA, which is a concept of lean management in Japan, wherein you are reducing the waste, basically reducing the waste. If you study this, reducing the waste by lean philosophy or by lean management is what is actually followed in Japan from many years in manufacturing firms like Toyota and all. So if you talk about MUDA, if you talk about Six Sigma, or if you talk about quality management, all this is actually the concept is from controlling. Unless and until you know what you achieved and you have a measure, or you have a measurable equipment to measure that. So there is always a device which we will use to measure your objectives, how much you have achieved and how much is the deviation. So all these things are very important, and all this is a part of controlling, right? Okay. I hope I'm not making it very difficult for you, but this is all linked, right? So it completes the circle that started from planning by checking if the work accomplished against plans or standards, and making corrections where new developments and unforeseen events necessitates. That's very important. So basically, it's not only knowing, checking if the work accomplished against plans or standards, because it's a vicious, it's actually a circle. when you make plan, then you achieve something. But if the achievement is not as per the plan, then there is a deviation. This deviation is the variation, and this variation would need some correction. Unless and until you don't correct it, then you will still either have the same variation or you will increase the variation, because there is something which is going wrong, which has to be corrected or measured. So this is very important here. Corrections when new developments and unforeseen events necessitates. Even when there are new developments and situations which are unforeseen in future and unforeseen for any form, then it becomes even more important to correct, because if you don't correct, then these things will increase. The difficulties and the mistakes will increase. So herein I feel process of checking very important, and correct any deviations. This is why this theorem told this. So this is all very important. And for directing spark engine to the vehicle, they are like spark engine to the vehicle. Basically, the role is to guide and lead subordinates. And for staffing, the main thing is to hire the right people for the right jobs. Also, not only this, their role has increased now. Also, training and development, performance appraisals, promotions and transfers. Right. So this was the in the first video, the part 1, management and its functions. And now you can just sit back, relax, and there's a small 2 or 3 minutes presentation coming on management questions, management and its functions, and some MCQs, which are around 25 MCQs for MBA and BBA students, and there will be solutions as well. So hope you like this video, and if you like it, you can give a like. Also, do subscribe. Again, tell you, as a lot of other important videos will be coming now this year, and the next following video which will come after this will be changing business by 2030, and there's another video which I'll send to you for video 1 only, which is management functions at the best to increase business. This is for everyone, and so this is all under the video 1. So hope you are enjoying the lectures here and you're having a good time. So you do take good care of yourself, enjoy, be merry and happy. Take care. Bye.